Hello, wonderful people. Welcome to the Christmas edition of VAR Sports Extra here on Studio 2 Television. Even when you seated, who is seated? Even when you see me seated, I'm not seated alone. I'm seated with great minds. Yes, we're about to talk football. We know they travel across anywhere, go bring any news. Today we talk Ghanaian football. Yes, why we talk Ghanaian football? You know, say the AFCON, they are around the corner. We know go sit down, make things go wrong for this one, footballing world inside where we go turn a blind eye. Somebody for talk 'em. If nobody go talk 'em, Studios 2 TV, VAR Sports Extra. We take 'em up on ourselves. Say we go talk about them today, whether we like 'em or we don't like 'em. Stay with me. I'll introduce my gentlemen I have with me in the studio after this commercial break. Welcome back from the commercial break. I hear the boys really they bleed. Which boys did they bleed? With the boys where then they the background where they praise the local boys who enter Blackstars. Make we see how things will go. Some 50 something list go come out. But after the final 23-man squad, my names go there inside. That be what we they complain about. We can move straight go. Mr. Jerry.
Yeah.
Passionate supporter of the Ghana Blackstars. And the Chelsea fan at heart.
Yeah. Chelsea.
Blue is the color. The only way forward.
I'm telling you.
The rest of them are schoolgirls.
Yeah, the rest of them are.
And loan takers. Team limit to me loans. I bought 2-man tournament.
Oh, now who didn't tell us US Kobo G 5 million?
No, my brain.
It's such a muka. Maybe any more 5 million.
Oh, Charlie, Mr. Zlatan.
Boss, I'm not happy. After shaming Barcelona, I'll bet you.
Oh, Nipa.
You said today you not talk foreign football. Today we are talking about the Blackstars. Me free Barca, me kwa inva. Na mo university no one na share paint na pa me ko school be mu.
Abotre.
Barca na sem na ba. E na ido itoto ye na mo monya no Chelsea for mo kata.
Enye Xavier.
Dabi enye Xavier. There's a lot to it. Asem na ba sa na tie. Adibia will expiry date. Asem na ba mo tima aka sampa cho any Blackstars.
Every good team has one day bend down for the insurance money. Other for being a kind, so it's bending down for the insurance money. Mate, so once the young Blackstar there, let's get straight to the point.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Jerry.
Yeah.
Blackstar, Ghana Blackstars and Masters are rising. Many a times you have been a strong advocate for togetherness. The country needs our support. We need to propagate the togetherness agenda within the Blackstars. I have been a champion of that cause. I have helped push the Blackstars to higher heights. You have been a champion of that cause too. Zlatan himself on several platforms have spoken about the Blackstars and the way forward for them. But then, currently, if I say currently, I stand to be corrected. But let's just say currently because of time factor. Yes, currently, the Blackstars are not moving the way we expected them to move after the World Cup, because we saw the squad Coach Otuado gathered for the Ghanaian team during the World Cup in Qatar. I had so much hope in that squad due to the age factor, because I was of the opinion said we would build on that. For once, I saw a manager with a vision, the vision to move young kids and bring them together so we can build a core team that will transition into the men of the future. But then as we talk now, I can mention about 2 or 3 players without having to turn my head and tell you that they are guaranteed starters if and when they are fit for the national team. And you know them. I'm talking about the Mohamed Kudus. The Alexander Jiku when he's fit.
Martin when he's fit.
Yes. Apart from that, I'm not sure anybody is guaranteed starting 11 in the Ghana Blackstars now. How many days to the tournament proper?
How many days now?
About 16 days.
16.
How many days to the tournament proper? Yes.
16 days.
16 days to the tournament.
Oh.
And after and this.
Players near friend to do. For players now, like we name your provisional squad, and I think that also. And I think Chris Hughton is not doing Ghana any good.
Okay, hold that thought. So 16 days to a tournament. Between Chris Hughton and the GFA, 16 days to the tournament. I mean, it's not alarming. But it is alarming that they don't know their final squad.
They don't know. It should tell you clearly, say, I feel no more matter makwe. So there's a lot of consultations going on for the job. So we were looking at it in a way that, okay, he should step in and then build a team for us. Build a team, a better Black Star for us. They should build upon the performance. The performance at the World Cup wasn't that bad.
Okay, first 11, that's a
yeah, because day in day out he keeps on bringing in new players. You see, the serious teams, the teams that you know that they are going to a tournament and they are going to do something. They've named their squad already.
Let's say up to now, only in the first 11 it's
alarming. So the serious teams now, they know say, oh, they are going to the AFCON to do something. They've named their squad
do something.
Yeah, to do something because I think a month or two to the African Cup, the coaches are very serious. They know their squad. They know who they are taking into the tournament. You get it? Yeah, I think they are naming 55. Provisional 55. I have a best on to 27. Right I say. So he's telling us that we are not even sure. Say okay, player winning, player winning. Chris Hughton, Charlie, I think say he me who the right words. I mean, so I'm trying to choose my words carefully because new idea. At this oye bibi extraordinary in the African Cup. No, they are convincing here because a quarter final it will not be something for I be taking it lightly. You get it? At least the semi-final will be okay for us. A semi-final with a good performance. If anything, quarter final I actually will fall. Okay, at least let's see that the team is improving match after match. Let me give you one example. I think 2015 African Cup. We appointed this Israeli coach, Avangran. And Avangran came in very late to the tournament and he was able to transform the team. He was able to get to the finals. He got to the finals and they lost on penalties to Ivory Coast. That tells you what a good coach can do. But Chris Hughton, he has had enough time actually. By now, we should see Chris Hughton's handwriting on the team. That's what we are not seeing. So we are just hoping that he will do something in this AFCON.
So definitely, whilst we are hoping and praying, we have to show working.
Yeah, Ghana for this, we are hoping and praying.
Zlatan,
boss.
Mr. Chris Hughton and the GFA, what are they doing to hinder the progress of the Ghana Blackstars, the polygamous coach Otuado left behind for us?
So, even before I'll touch on Chris Hughton, our football as nation, in the whole about football, Chris Hughton and also our GFA. First, I'd like to say there's no motivation to talk about this team. There's no motivation. We will talk and it will not get anything. We will yearn and we are not going to get any good results. Ghanaians have been saying it. We tickle ourselves and laugh. Chris Hughton that, GFA that. The serious countries sack their coaches after 3 matches if they know they don't get results. We have a coach who was part of the team for the Qatar World Cup as a technical advisor to Otuado. So when he was given the nod, we expected him, what we wanted to see is the Brighton and Hove Albion coach who already even knows the team. But for the past 10 matches for the Blackstars, Chris Hughton is just like a coach going around academy to pick justifiable players to do tests and trials. So me personally, when we talk about our GFA, taking decisions, dangerous decisions for the team, because initially they told us that it was the coach's idea to pitch camp in South Africa. So initially they didn't think about the coach's decision. They just went ahead and granted him, yes, we will go to South Africa. They waited for the country, the masses, the people of Ghana who don't have the opportunity to sit on the table to talk to them that do this and do that. They waited for us to, frown against that decision before they will take the right decision. It means the coach and even our GFA, they do nothing to benefit the football or the Blackstars, our enjoyment, that drought that we want to break. Ghana make this mistake. And yet Chris Hughton they call up with by GFA. Now fe abedane banter within media people, abedane banter within the people of Ghana, the people who love the Blackstars. Near back and forth. These things are hindering our progress as a national team. Currently the GFA is still alive because of the Black Queens. And yes, Anka GFA now. Because there's nothing working. So to me, I think decisions are poor, bad, and yet the 41-year-old drought, we saw an era of a Samoan Stephen Appiah who wanted to give us something. Where they left the pedestal, where they brought us. Now I say we the air so but we move by no more jury at the end of good. Ama ya saba 0 to 40 years in the year twaso. Over 4 decades in the year then ye be gathering. We are going to Ivory Coast. 50 man squad, Abba. 55 rather. 55. Big nations na santenasi. They already know their first 11. Nkomo bi eni ho. Here the year so so. Afi ni year check. Nti me bisa wa sembi Ghana for munyi sa question ya no. One thing I want to tell you, don't expect any miracle or anything good from Chris Hughton is that you determine a good student or a brilliant student not only at the examination hall but also in class. How he reacts to questions. And how do we
a tournament coach?
So the problem here is that
but Chris Hughton is on more tournament.
What's the good thing is that Oka say AB are not a tournament coach. Meaning probability a 50-50. And a coach our own coaching national team that one is even so no. Ni 50-50 na so betting a 40-60. Coach our own coaching national team that now be 70-30. Coach our EPL Brighton and Hove Albion now be saying 80-20. What's about Blackstars? Over 10 matches here, instead of who any better improvement, now they're saying 90-10. Coach I didn't know Blackstars no first decisions even to pitch camp no Ghana for any authority I yanki ko AC. Now they're saying 90-10. Utifrima, this is trying to tell Ghanaians that don't expect a miracle from this coach Duban Kunada. Never pray for this team. Go and relax. Otisa Ghanaians are winning. You are happy because you are a citizen by birth. Just say we all knew this will happen because we have new inclusions in the 55-man squad. They've never stepped foot in this country. They are ready to play. So we needed them earlier some months when we were playing the friendlies against Liberia and stuff. By your coach, Aka bear 1 month near Kobo tournament. After Nokofa, Solomon Brandon Asante, and for Sinamankwa, Michael Baidu. They should come and conjure magic. Hey, Eka magic. Any prayers anka Israel, come magic Ballon d'Or 20. But where are they when we talk about football? It's about good planning. It's about how you put your things in place. Look at Algeria. Look at Senegal. Look at Morocco. They still have the core of the team. You can mention them. They have their first 11. We Ghanaians, we even have their players in our head. You can't say team about first 11. But center pair, Kraugusu Bompa, say, I'm a team for Najiku. Any Salisu Mebo, almost on your fit. So if they are not fit, if they can't play, just you know, be a country of a 31 million population, included. Players mu body be soon sir mu pesca ni enya center back ni egususu bomb pa ma obi no mo nya fit mbebo nti we Ghana ni a me dey say if these things are around your national team, meaning the national team is not sound to even go and play the sound nation, they are praying for them and they deserve to be prayed for because they know what they can deliver. But yeah, for 41 years you've not put in anything better on the table. You expect me to cry and say we are going to win against Mozambique? Mention Mozambique, Jesse. Egypt, say Egypt, Jesse. Cape Verde, say Cape Verde. Ocean the crowd open. You don't deserve it. If even Ghanaians we win the AFCON, we don't deserve it. It will take a holy miracle from heaven. And also the NC. So Ghanaians just relax. Send your ebe kono. Send your ebe AFCON logo. Akwaba. Omema ya Akwaba. After 3 games, we will come back. Grandmaster. Ebeba.
I know it's there. There are 2 readings and Sembia to Germany. What here?
Mati Pabos.
I say. On the country, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Senegal, Guinea-Bissau, South Africa, and a favorite for the tournament.
Okay,
but on paper,
I think that on paper, no, teams now are one, if anything, but it's a tournament. Okay, tournament actually never be to miss it. Never be to miss it. Depending on how committed the players are, how they will understand themselves during the tournament, you know. I think we have a lot of surprises.
Now, most often, your boys say you're mobahano. I hope Brazil till they cash out. And I hope Brazil
any indiscipline in our camps. Well, most of the time when they go for tournaments, there's a lot of indiscipline. You see,
if there's one thing I have noticed over the past few years, I've realized of late in the Blackstar captains, they don't play active football in Europe.
Yeah.
So that is what people haven't noticed. So that is what a breeding disrespect, you know, because nipa na ono original captain in Chelsea to say, "Ah, na me this season me cry me come me team me put 28 matches, my share goals be 5, my assist be 4." Me team captain ne cry this season onya bomb boy. Me team captain ne cry this season I feel all the ni transfer letter na team's headquarters pe club. You know, we have to start understanding that the team captain is the embodiment of what the nation feels. So we have to start giving captainship to people who are playing active football. No disrespect to anybody. I know Ghanaians like to put that card. Our experience. Sir, our experience. Internet acting for over 40 years now. Cap no ember. Experience without technical knowledge, without match fitness. A fan squad. My fan squad. Oh, there be every day Ghanaians like, oh, where our experience. There be your experience. You quite now call you guy. Your experience in a Cafe that you no be a combo. Your experience, yes, so Comoros, you bet no match now, boy, my no what's up back to back and the end and a calendar year Comoros actually up by your part to power 2 times. When will we learn as a nation? Moving forward. Do you have any local favorites that you want to see in the Blackstars? And I'm saying this because most often people come across like they hype the local players because maybe probably the guy has had a good game or two. So people like to hype them. But then let's be realistic this time around. If what the foreign players are offering is what we have on the table, honestly, I would prefer say, would they ever look at foreign being why not try the local ones too? Because it's like Belen or Mebona, you will look at phone almost some Belen because even the foreign nationals are playing Belen. And Tankaya look at phone missionary so Yana, yes, to me by Yefa Cobo and between Chasaka, between Chaplain tickets, and Mamu back down, Namu body amope. Sure. So do you have any local prospector? You think say is a must and so also find a passport
well now as it stands you see your league you know even the TV coverage you know players maybe because there are players in other teams aside Asante Kotoko and House of Folk okay but TV coverage you know into this kind of players or mobile because unya opportunity your friend is saying this Asante Kotoko player Lamptey because Kotoko match be on TV so Kotoko match be on but to ask summer test match be on Nswatre man match be
we see a message to start time
yeah
coverage
yes unya some matches you unless ubenya player be on Nswatre man match this one has an Kotoko you get it. That's where you get opportunity to watch.
And I'm referring to, you know, there's one funny thing this time I have noticed. Kotoko has no numbers inside. The other venues are pulling numbers more than them.
Yeah, because they are not the other class are performing. Yes. Because of you love to go and watch.
They are getting the numbers even more than Kotoko
has. They have numbers.
Yes. They have numbers.
They are doing strong numbers.
For now, they are the players I think are more they've been in the news, you know. Lamptey and then this media man
Jonathan Sowa.
No.
I'm the Fatao. Felix
Che. I think these 2 local players now. They've been in the news. They will be addition to the Blackstars as local players. And I think they are not bad. Looking at Felix Che, the last time I think even
spoke about his stars.
The stars we had him say he's not been bad in the Champions League and probably the league. So I think when they add them because we share in midfield, bringing your friend is saying the Kotoko guy in Lamptey in I think yes I think Obeboa but and Kamia they could have added 2 or 3 at least 4 local players in Kenya bad.
I personally was saying that we have to have a constant 5 spots for the
because right now we are going with 27 players. So 27, you know. Now they offer local 4 or 5 because it's a plus.
And before I move to Zlatan, this is what I have noticed here. The way we treat our local league is how the investors also understand how our league is being played. Because you have a national team that you have made the outside world to understand, say, your local league players are not good enough to break into.
Yeah.
So as an investor, I may find any local league. There is no way I'll come and invest.
Yes.
Because local league players mean who are Blackstars.
Yeah. I think
you are telling me this is on top of the world. Your Blackstars is what you guys sit down and you say we are saying this is our soldiers.
Yeah.
I think you don't have any local league.
Zlatan was telling me about South Africa. He said South Africa more
10 players from
10 from
only
what?
Sundowns.
And
the 6 players also from the Orlando Pirates, Amazulu, Swallows, only from there.
Why? Because the league is attractive. They are doing well. They are performing well in Africa and other things. Go to Egypt and see. Go to Morocco. You see there are some local players in there.
Not some. You see chunk of local players.
Algeria, they are there.
Yeah, they say young family. You phone in your which it's not. I'm going to press conference. And no, yes, you and Sanso A go on with him. No, you are much any lawyers. Zlatan, what do you think the local boys have to do to get into the team?
What I think the local boys have to do is that actually on their path is just 10%. Perform well, play fantastically, amicably, very good at the whole country will see you. Although, sorry, on their side, not on good pitches, not with good coverages. Even Sunday, Bobby, go be a madam for be share your video. Your coverage in this country is bad. Coverage in Africa and Kasani are poor. We are playing now bad. If you're required, then I have truth for a yala Johnny Kankan. So I think they should do their part by playing also well, breaking into the big clubs in Ghana, and also the 90% lies on our GFA. How we structure our teams, how we give our teams the slot into the national team is how others will value them. The FA is no shame for following players to tell them that Papa no mami free Ghana and the ball. But we have petty issues. Jeffrey Schlop, Duncan. Go to them. G2 say Bema, you need the person on board. There's this legendary man who talk about Diego Armando Maradona that I got to a time people were saying that this guy is on drugs because he will score and he'll do a celebration like this. They'll say he's no good. When it comes to attitude, training ground, he's that sluggish player who don't listen to everybody because he knows he's good on the field. What the man said was that if a good player is very good, you don't know how to manage him. Don't focus on that part. All you need is the player to perform on the pitch. That's your job as a coach. So no matter what the relationship, that friction between Duncan and the FA, that bad friction between Jeffrey Schlop and also the FA, why don't you solve it? You're not ready to solve it and you expect to win a trophy with this Edmonado. Worry. You are already a loser.
Someone once told me, say, Neymar of Brazil, if he was Ghanaian, and Kabairi Stobo Division and Championship. Oh yeah. Let me take this away from football. Let's take a Shatawale, for instance. Sometimes when we talk about Shatawale, we tend to not talk about his talent. Understand?
We focus more on his.
Oh, Papa, and your role model, oh, person Shatawale, be your role model, you don't have parents at home. You've forgotten charity begins at home. Yeah. This is our problem. We always like to take issues and say, oh, we're on board there. On board there, we have talented players. These things are happening over and over again. We have seen Suleiman Tari. We have seen Kevin Prince Boateng. We have always turned a blind eye. At the end, said, these same boys will sit down with you and promise you heaven and earth. They will call you bro. Assemble and no you money. Omo Kevin Prince Boateng, Omo one criticize the disciples in some way no years my. Almost the same thing on so grantee is podcast no kaka na adwen no ebuma be ye kwasa omo wono mu didi nkwala nsika te serans for the same and you expect Blackstars to flourish mu didi legends libika omo tifie anope bi omo so ya omo sugumusu and you expect to win trophies nkofo no mu ni ball ne bonso mu for omo nko. Before we draw the curtains, Blackstars, they asked us to bring back the love. But I don't think they have returned the love they asked us to bring back. Because still now your core stadiums, Your stadium's near, man.
Blackstars match.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. E-tickets near there. The Blackstars ebe launch e-tickets, man.
Yeah, man.
What do we have to do here to make sure that we don't repeat the last disgrace in Ivory Coast?
I think that all boils down to the coach. Okay, players now, after they are not bad, sir.
Do we threaten them with canes or what?
No, we can't do that. We can't do that. But I think that coach, if he needs any help, he should say that he needs help. Technically, if he needs help, he should say it. He needs help.
Antonio Conte,
Nora Hopto is available.
So Antonio Conte,
at least some technical advice will be there. Nipani nip, but he will be giving you advice.
We
ruin the money now, coach.
But I was wrong. What? Me can't some more hand. David, my can't. Oh, me can't some more hand. Must be. Me see English coach Ben. And the one who said, "Obo good football." English coach Ben.
Edi how the kata Champions League group our uncle.
There be English coach.
No,
English coach.
There is Dalgate.
A friend is saying, you cry a bono, Sir Ferguson.
United for you.
Oh, I know you Ferguson.
Disclaimer. MPR, where disclaimer? Me pa mocho mubo.
Oh, Ferguson bono and compare near Guardiola.
Oh yeah.
Your friend Antonio Conte.
2 backs, net 3 backs. And you put to go start the pride.
One more time, no. Now, just a bossy when you're going.
Now, what video you said that with your coach?
Me in person. Me pay English coach be at. So I think the coach, he has to set up. He has to do the selection, any tactics now. Your bono play any good man more. On train say players no more na bra opponent no breast not always other. So he has to
Zlatan,
senior.
What do we have to do not to repeat that disaster at our last AFCON in Ivory Coast?
All we have to do not to repeat our disaster, in Cameroon, in Ivory Coast again, is just you should give the coach free hands. And after giving him the free hands, he should also, do the right choices. Bring in the good players that we think that they are good. And Ghanaians shouldn't forget, we are not going to get 100% from our players. They are not going to put us up the quarterfinal semi-derby. At least disgrace the group stages. We enter Cape Verde, Mozambique, Mpacho. We qualify. Boss, Mpacho. GD now they can't say GD ni asasi so. I beg. Who better say Egypt? Oh, can't pokra South Africa and Yapam will say Ube Egypt. So I think the Blackstars, all they have to do is they shouldn't expect more. They should just think that we are going to have fun. But at least they should, surpass the group stages. So that at least we can say that it's a work in progress. And no party, I don't want to see them in the quarterfinal. I don't want to see the Blackstars in the semi, not even the finals. That's all I have to say, Grandmaster.
Understandable. So, Niama she said, Niama Bobon Sunina say, Obia wish Blackstar, regardless of what you have heard here. It doesn't mean we are undermining the progress of the Ghana Blackstars. We all love our Blackstars.
Oh, yeah, we love our Blackstars.
Yes, at the end of the day, I know Zlatan loves Blackstars. We love and appreciate our Blackstars regardless. That's why we are sentimental when they lose. Yes. Chris Hughton, don't need to show me anyone. Also, I was our Ghanaian ties. We shall now one. The sister Nora Hughton, we want the number of her, we want the glow number. The best friend.
What is that?
No number.
Oh, okay.
The best friend, and then I can Madam Nora, you nkunya only black queens ni obo 5 ma o de o ye de fans be ma wo kokom ye mo bia nti na nko yes say
o ene nya WhatsApp chat and you bia
na yen send the link no na say bibia correction no aye no they are sending. We need to get that lady, that woman involved.
Tablet and battery na 10%. Nti o ya o hwe wo player na o pack no I say.
Solar.
No I say just a run.
Solar. So we appreciate our Ghana Blackstars. We wish them well. A word to a wise is enough. The vampire to say the 2 cents here they are to her. A poor man is for me because Nyansan any back for you. Maybe I will share video here. The one my shapa. I think number 2 year. They be your sign. They be your money. They be or how they. Na me money pari na. Because of you we dey. If you know dey Studios 2 TV, we no go fit dey. We appreciate you. Keep it locked on here before we leave. Don't forget. Subscribing. My kasa from the beginning of the year. Subscribing. Me a bell on so. Bell boy, when I me no kasa. Me a bell on so. Na kai say video yi. Wait me show wo bedroom, wo hall, wo kitchen, wo washroom, wo office. Ono wo side check right na wo to me chiwi ni na wo hwe video no. Ebe yi wo afia mane mu because wife ba and ebe ma wo evidence. So they be meaning na anya hwe na me hwe Studios 2 TV. Na your friend grandmaster I just am out say yes, confirm. Mr. Jerry.
Yeah.
Zlatan.
Senior.
Warm greetings. Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
I wish you all a prosperous
you know, so this Christmas I'll be going back to the universe. I'll be going back to Pluto.
Nice. Only Charlie Poppy.
Yeah,
Pluto for the only Charlie Poppy.
Yeah. So from Pluto I'll come to Mars. Yeah, they want me to go teach them how to play, tactical football.
Tiki-taka.
Yeah, Maradona so honum chinoja.
Why go to Maradona?
Maradona, ya kofana for Yasamando. It is Maradona or Mars. On the captain of the side. Thank you, Pese. Yeah, they acquire with Christian Achu, a couple 7. But to say, Mars honum non framane or honum pe. Chiomba.
Keep resting in peace, our Ghanaian brother, Christian Achu. I appreciate you. Thank you all for fasting too.
Thank you.
Before we leave, Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And yes, I will submit my way to say me. I'm out of here. Stay blessed.